If you've ever felt stuck on your spiritual journey, like you're doing all the right things, but still not seeing the results, you're not alone. Life isn't random. It follows a set of universal laws. And once you understand these, everything starts to make sense. These laws are called the Hermetic Principles, and today I'll show you why they are important for your spiritual awakening. These principles provide a framework for how the universe operates. Think of them as the rules of the game, and once you know the rules, you can play the game of life with more clarity, ease, and confidence. If you've ever felt out of sync, it might be because you're unknowingly working against these natural laws. Welcome to Vortex Tribe, where we journey into the heart of consciousness, energy, and universal truths. The first principle is mentalism. This quote emphasizes that everything in existence begins with the mind, and that our thoughts shape our reality. You've probably heard the phrase, "Your thoughts create your world." But this principle goes deeper than that. It teaches us that everything in existence originates from mental energy. Think about it. Before you achieved anything in life, whether it was learning a new skill, starting a business, or even finding a new relationship, it first started with a thought. You imagined it before it became real. In this moment, take a pause to look around the room you are in. You are surrounded by other people's thoughts. Everything had to be thought of before it could be created. If you want to change your life, you have to start with changing your thoughts. To be clear, you can't just think yourself into being a millionaire, if only. But it does help you align your thoughts with the life you want to create. Next time you catch yourself stuck in negative thinking, remember, you have the power to shift your mental state. It all starts in your mind. Next is the Principle of Correspondence. This classic quote illustrates the deep connection between our inner world and the outer world. If your outer world feels chaotic or stuck, it might be time to look within and see what's out of balance internally. Ever notice how when you're feeling stressed or anxious, everything around you seems to go wrong? The people in your life might seem more irritating, your work feels more overwhelming, and everything just feels off. Or how you appear to experience the same type of person in different jobs or romantic partners who are very similar. That's correspondence at work. Your external environment mirrors what's going on inside you. If things aren't going well on the outside, take a step back and ask yourself, what's happening in my inner world? A little introspection might reveal exactly what needs to shift. As above, so below. So if your room is a mess, well, maybe it's time to clean up your mind first. Inner peace leads to a clean house, right? The third principle is vibration. This quote highlights that everything in the universe is in constant motion, even things that appear solid. Your thoughts, feelings, and even your actions all carry a specific vibration, and that vibration impacts what you attract into your life. Have you ever walked into a room after an argument and you could just feel the tension in the air, even if no one said a word? That's vibration at work. Energy leaves a trace, whether it's positive or negative. Now think about when you're around someone who's upbeat and happy. It's contagious. Their high vibration lifts your mood too. To raise your vibration, try doing something that brings you joy, whether that's listening to your favorite music, going for a walk, or even dancing around your living room. High vibrations attract high vibration experiences. Ever notice how when your phone is vibrating in your pocket, you instantly pay attention? Well, turns out the universe works the same way. Except instead of notifications, it's sending you vibes. Just make sure you're picking up the good ones, not the spam calls of life. The next and fourth principle is polarity. This emphasizes that opposites, though they appear different, are just different points on the same spectrum. Everything has two sides, light and dark, good and bad, love and fear. But these opposites aren't separate. They're just two extremes of the same thing. Think about your emotions. Have you ever noticed that when you're feeling down, the smallest positive thing can lift you up? Or when you're incredibly happy, a trigger can dampen your good vibes. Polarity teaches us that we can shift from one emotional state to another because they're all part of the same continuum. If you're stuck in a negative emotion, just remember that its opposite is always within reach. Sometimes it's as simple as choosing to focus on something that brings you a little bit of joy to start shifting that energy. It's kind of like coffee and naps. They seem like opposites, but both are just different ways to get through the day. You'll need one or the other, depending on which end of the energy spectrum you're on. The principle of rhythm is next. This teaches us that everything in life moves in cycles. There's a natural ebb and flow to life, highs and lows, growth and rest. This principle helps us navigate life's ups and downs with more ease. Ever had one of those weeks where everything goes wrong and then suddenly things start to get better again? That's rhythm at play. Life will always have its peaks and valleys, but the key is to recognize the cycle and not get too attached to the highs or too discouraged by the lows. Next time you're going through a tough time, remind yourself that it's just part of the cycle. Things will eventually turn around, just like the seasons change. Spiritual awakening is kind of like surfing. Some days you're riding the wave of enlightenment, other days you're just getting hit by wave after wave of confusion. But hey, even the wipeouts are part of learning to ride the flow. Quick interrupt, if you are enjoying this video, please show your support by hitting the like button. It helps me more than you know. The principle of cause and effect. It's pretty straightforward. Every action has a reaction. Nothing happens by chance. Once you understand this principle, you realize that your choices shape your reality. Have you ever noticed that when you start making better decisions, whether it's about your health, relationships, or mindset, things seem to improve? That's cause and effect. The small actions you take every day build up over time, leading to big changes in your life. Start becoming more aware of the choices you're making, both big and small, because they all have a ripple effect. Want a better life? Before every action or decision, ask yourself first, does this align with my highest self and the future I want to call in? If it does not, then consciously choose to honor your future self and higher path. And yes, that means no more binging Netflix often and expecting your dream life to magically appear. I wish it worked that way too. Finally, the principle of gender. This teaches you about the balance of masculine and feminine energies in all things. It's not about physical gender, but about the creative and active forces in the universe. Think about when you're working on a creative project. You need both the feminine energy of inspiration and intuition, and the masculine energy of taking action to bring your ideas to life. Both energies are necessary for creation. Next time you feel stuck, ask yourself, am I leaning too much into action and not giving myself enough time for creativity and rest, or vice versa? Balance is key. Sometimes on your spiritual journey, you just need to relax. Let your inner guru take the wheel and stop acting like the universe needs your help to run smoothly. Trust me, it's got this. Conclusion. Now, you might be wondering, why are the Hermetic Principles so crucial for your spiritual awakening journey? Here's the thing. Awakening isn't just about feeling more spiritual or connected. It's about understanding how the universe really works. These principles are the keys to that understanding. Without them, it's like trying to navigate a maze in the dark. Think of your spiritual journey like trying to put together a complicated puzzle without the picture on the box. Without the Hermetic Principles, you're just guessing where the pieces fit, hoping for the best. But with these principles, it's like having the picture right in front of you. Suddenly, everything starts making sense, and the pieces fall into place with ease. These principles give you the framework for everything you're experiencing on your spiritual path. They help you understand your emotions, the cycles in your life, the energies at play, and most importantly, how you can align yourself with universal laws to awaken to your highest potential. If you want a quick, easy reference for these principles, I've got you covered. There's a free link in the description where you can screenshot or download and print a condensed version as a handy daily reminder. If you're serious about your spiritual journey, breaking free from the matrix and raising your own consciousness, mastering the Hermetic Principles is like upgrading from the beginner level to mastery, and that's in alignment with the natural flow of the universe. Check out our Hermetic Principles playlist for a deeper dive. Until next time.